What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financipation. This channel is all about making money, saving money, building generational wealth, and financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, I try to give you a six-figure MBA level worth of investing in financial knowledge for free here on YouTube, and things that people typically spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn in business school and in grad school, I give it to you for free here on Financipation, okay? Before I get started, I also want to give a shout out to one of my sponsors, Killer Solutions. If you need digital marketing, someone to essentially edit your videos, someone to essentially edit your YouTube videos, they are the best in the business of meeting all of your digital needs, okay? So a lot of times people ask me, Chris, you're always talking about like 401ks, Roth IRAs, HSAs, SEP IRAs. You're always talking about dividends and things of that nature. What order of investing should I actually go with when it comes to actually building my generational wealth? Should I start with my emergency fund? Should I start with my 401k? Should I start with my children's college fund? Should I just have a very large emergency fund? What should I actually invest into? And I thought it was pretty much time to do a podcast about that and talk about what are the financial order of operations when it comes to you building your generational wealth. So with that, everybody, let's go ahead and get started. The first step you should do on your path to building generational wealth is you need to invest into your 401k up to the employer's match. People that's like this never turn down free money. And investing up to your 401k, to your employer's 401k match is absolutely free money. See, the good thing about the 401k is that it actually grows tax deferred. And best of all, your employer essentially gives you free money. And once again, everybody, as I stated earlier, never turn down free money. So when you're interviewing for a job, you should make sure that you're comparing what percentage of your 401k matches or whatever in regards to the company that you're interviewing with. So if you're interviewing with three companies, ask all three companies straight up, what percentage of my 401k or what amount of my 401k do you guys actually match? Do you match the first $5,000 I put into my 401k? Do you match the first $10,000 I put into my 401k? Do you match the first 5% that I put into my 401k? These are the kind of questions, people, I want you to start asking your employers as you're interviewing for different companies, because these are the kind of questions that the 0.1% that the wealthy talk about. Why? Because once again, the 401k match is literally free money. Imagine if I walked up to you on Valentine's Day and I said, give me $10,000 and I will give you $20,000 on Christmas Day. That is essentially, people, how the 401k match works. They literally give you free money up to a certain percentage of what you put into it. That's why I say mathematically, it makes literally no sense to not invest into your employer's 401k match, okay? It's as simple as that. And like I said earlier, everyone, the 401k, like every other plan I personally invest into, is a tax advantaged account. And at the time of this recording, you can put approximately $23,000 into your 401k. At the time of this recording, everybody, in 2023, you can put approximately $22,500 into your 401k. And next year, they're going to jump it up to $23,000, okay? So the first step you should do on your road to building generational wealth is to invest up to your employer's 401k match. Why? Because it is free money. Next, the second step you should do on your road to building generational wealth is to max out your Roth IRA. So at the time of this recording in 2023, everybody, you can contribute approximately $6,500 into your Roth IRA. And once again, next year, the Roth IRA amount is going up in 2024 to $7,000, okay? I have legit entire podcasts that talk about the benefits of Roth IRAs and how they can make you a millionaire. So definitely check out that content, okay? But in summary, everybody, it's kind of like this. Roth IRAs are amazing because they allow you to pay your taxes today while your taxes are historically low and before the federal government raises everybody's taxes in the near future. Think of it like this. The term Roth is kind of like a blanket, a coat, insulation, or whatever you pretty much wrap over your body. And as you're wrapping it over your body, it essentially protects you from having to pay taxes down the road because you pay taxes today. And as I said, your taxes in a Roth IRA, your earnings in a Roth IRA, they grow tax-free because they tax you today and not tomorrow. So when you get to retirement, everybody, you can take your Roth IRA money out tax-free. And the amount of money that you have in your Roth IRA, you can give that money to your kids down the road, as Roth IRAs, unlike traditional IRAs, do not require minimum distributions. And I'm gonna do an entire podcast about why you do not want to have RMDs or required minimum distributions if you're serious about building generational wealth, okay? Another benefit that I love about the Roth IRA is that unlike a traditional IRA, as I said earlier, you get taxed now with the Roth IRA. You don't have to worry, you don't have to try to guess what taxes are going to be 20, 30, or 40 years from now when you're going to get taxed at retirement. Because people, it's like this. America, I don't know if you noticed this, currently has a huge debt problem. We have a deficit of around $33 trillion. And the government would absolutely love to get your money today to start paying down that debt. So if you have a Roth IRA, you don't have to worry about what taxes are going to be in the future. You just pay them today. And my advice is simple, everybody. With America's taxes today being historically low, you want to pay taxes today and not worry about what they're going to be in 20 or 30 or 40 years from now. And make no mistake about it, everybody. America at some point is going to have to get serious about all the deficits and debt that we have, and they're going to have to raise everyone's taxes in the near future. So you want to pay your taxes today when they're very low and not to worry about what they're going to be 20 or 30 years from now. So the second step, everybody, you should do on your road to building generational wealth is to max out your Roth IRA. Third, the next step you should do on your journey to building generational wealth is to max out your HSA accounts. Health savings accounts, or HSA accounts, in my opinion, are the most important, most underutilized, and arguably the best investment tool that literally no one talks about. I also have a separate podcast in regards to HSAs and everything about the power of them, and you should definitely check them out, because as I said earlier, this is like literally like the new world, the undiscovered country. This is essentially the tax efficient account that no one talks about, and it's arguably, in my opinion, one of the best ones out there easily. So here's a quick summary of the power of the HSA accounts, okay? HSAs provide a triple threat, and they have 3 tax advantage benefits to them, and no other account essentially has this. First and foremost, the contributions that you put into your HSA are tax deductible. Secondly, the HSA earnings are also tax deductible. And third, in the event you withdraw from your HSA account, so say your wife is pregnant, she has a baby, so you need to get surgery or whatever, or just say one of your children unfortunately has to spend a night in the hospital, the money you withdraw from a qualified medical expense is also tax-free. People, that is a triple benefit. And also, don't confuse HSAs, which are health savings accounts, with FSAs, or flexible spending accounts, as FSAs expire annually, whereas HSAs can literally roll over for decades, and you can essentially stack wealth with them and stack paper with them for decades. HSAs can be used for qualified medical emergencies, but you can also use it as an investment tool to financially emancipate yourself from poverty. And that's how me and my wife use it, and that's how I advise my clients and customers to use it with Financipation. Use it just like an investment tool, like you use the Roth IRA, the SEP IRA, the 401k, all these things. HSAs essentially are another investment tool that you can use on your road to building generational wealth. At the time of this recording in 2023, if you are single, you can invest $3,850 into your HSA account. The third step you should do in your road to building generational wealth is to max out your HSA contributions every year. And by maxing out your HSA contributions for my 401k, my Roth IRA, my HSA, every other investment account that I use, I invest people with low-cost index funds. So think of the HSA, the 401k, and the Roth IRA essentially as the bank account. The investments that you put into are like putting money into that bank account. And my wife and I, we use passively managed low-cost index funds for all of our investments, okay? Next. Before I go any further, please hit that notification bell so that you know when I drop new content. Please hit that like button. Please share the video. Please comment. Please subscribe. It helps the algorithm. And I thoroughly enjoy essentially giving you an MBA level worth of knowledge for free here on YouTube. And I have an MBA, so I know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Next, the fourth step you should do in your journey to building generational wealth is to max out the 401k. Now that you have essentially invested into your 401k up to the employer's match, you've maxed out your Roth IRA, and you've also maxed out your HSA account, you should go back to the 401k and max that thing out. So put an extra, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 into your 401k and max it out. And if you're married or whatever, max out your wife's 401k, max out your husband's 401k. And remember, people, if you and your wife max out your 401k in 2023, that is approximately $45,000 total that you've essentially lowered your taxable income for that year. In other words, if you max out your 401ks for your wife and yourself, and your annual family take-home pay is $145,000, that means the IRS will only tax you on $100,000 for that calendar year, even though you actually made $145,000. And the reason why is because they deduct the amount that you put into your 401k from your taxable income. So once again, everybody, as I said earlier, it literally pays to invest into your tax-efficient 401k accounts, okay? So the fourth step you should do in your road to building generational wealth is to go back to your 401k and then max that thing out every year. Next, the fifth step you should take on your journey to building generational wealth is to put as much money as possible into your kids' custodial accounts and or their 529 college savings accounts. So I have separate podcasts on the pros and cons of whether you should invest into a UTMA/custodial account or a 529 college savings account. And I want you to check out that content. You kind of decide what works best for you and for your family. At the time of this recording, the average in-state college unfortunately costs around $65,000 for a 4-year bachelor's degree, and the average out-of-state college costs a whopping $110,000 for a 4-year bachelor's degree. That is insane. And it's only gonna get more expensive, people. As a parent, one of the best things you can do to start your children off with an advantage in this form of capitalism is to create a fund that allows them to essentially go to college for significantly less, or even better yet, for free. And a custodial account/UTMA account or a 529 does exactly that. So my advice to people is like this: start it when they're born and invest a little bit of money every month into it. So that way, when they turn 18, they essentially have a full ride scholarship that they can use to go to college, or they have about $100,000 in the bank that they can use to pretty much get into real estate, or to put down a down payment on their first investment property, or to start a business that they want to start. So give your kids a leg up in capitalism and plant that financial tree today. As Warren Buffett said, everybody, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time to plant a tree is today. So get started on that, okay, people? So the 5th step you should do in your road to building generational wealth is to start contributing to your kids' college 529 account or the UTMA custodial accounts, and invest a portion of every one of your paychecks into it, okay? Next. The 6th step you should take on your journey to building generational wealth is to open a brokerage account through Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and/or Fidelity. So I have separate videos on the financial step-down ladder and the Roth IRA conversion ladder, and separate e-products about that concept. So check out those concepts, okay? Because that's the kind of stuff that is a little higher level and everything, but essentially it works like this, everybody. After you have maxed out your other accounts, that's your HSA account, your 401ks, your Roth IRAs, and you started contributing to your baby's college savings accounts and your children's 529s and their custodial accounts, it's time for you to start funding your brokerage accounts. And for a lot of your retirement accounts, you can't really start pulling from them without incurring a penalty until you reach a certain age. So this is how it works. For the 401k, that retirement amount is $59.5. For traditional or SEP IRAs, it's $59.5. For a Roth IRA, it's also $59.5, and you can only pull out the earnings without incurring a penalty. And for an HSA, for what it's worth, everybody, it's $65. So your brokerage accounts are essentially that bridge that allows you to live very comfortably until you get to retirement. So, for example, let's say you're 49 years old and you're sick and tired of corporate America, and you're kind of tired. You want to come travel the world with a beautiful wife, with some more time with the kids and everything. So let's say you are 49 years old and you have approximately $1 million combined in your 401k, your SEP IRAs, your HSAs, and you want to retire essentially at 50. In this example, if you retired at 50, you would essentially have to basically wait 10 years essentially, or until you're 59.5, before you can start accessing most of the money that's tied up into your 401ks, your Roth IRAs, and your HSA accounts. Your brokerage account, everybody, is essentially the money that you live off of for that 10-year period between 50 to 59.5. It's essentially that bridge money. It's that bridge money, and it's the money you would spend most while you are waiting for 59.5 to come around. My advice, people, is whenever you get a large windfall, an inheritance, a death in the family, a large sum inheritance or something like that, a large refund check, people, anything, a large check from a client, potentially from a business, a home sale, whatever it is, whenever you get a very large windfall check, my advice is to put a very large percentage of that money into your brokerage account. So the 6th step you should do in your road to building generational wealth is to open a brokerage account and to start investing a percentage of money from every paycheck into it. Next, the 7th step you should take on your road to building generational wealth is to have an 18-month cash on hand emergency fund, okay? A large percentage, everybody, of your money, if you follow the examples that I'm using and the example that I teach my clients on Financipation, a very large percentage of your money is tied into the stock market with your 401k, your HSA, and your IRA accounts and everything. You should therefore, people, create a God only knows / stock market crash / emergency fund that has enough cash on hand that allows you to essentially live 18 months without needing a job and without having any form of residual income from your businesses or from your side hustle, okay? This fund, everybody, in actuality should be an add-on to the 6 to 9 month emergency fund that you should have actually already started. And this is the kind of fund that you want to store into one of your high interest accounts so that you always have quick access to it. This is what me and my wife do. I say also do this step last, as you essentially do not want money just randomly sitting around into an account that's not tax deferred and that's not tax efficient. Okay. So the 7th step you should do on your road to building generational wealth is to have an 18-month emergency fund / God only knows fund that you save into a high interest account. Also, everybody, I want you to check the link to the description below for an account that has an APY of around 5%. And at that rate, people, you are getting literally 500 times more return for your money than at Wells Fargo or Chase Bank. So if you want a high interest account, that's an account you can check out, okay? And I left the link below. Next, the last step you should take on your journey to building generational wealth is to create a will or a revocable trust and teach your children and your heirs how you did it. Essentially, people, you need to teach your children how to build generational wealth. This shouldn't surprise any of you, as you all know that I am a huge proponent of teaching your children how to invest the money that you leave them, how to keep the money that you left them, and how to essentially multiply the money that you essentially are going to leave them. And you should be having weekly sessions with your children where you are literally sitting down with them and teaching them how to become financially literate and responsible preteens, teenagers, and young adults. Because the only thing worse, everybody, than a lazy person that never learned how to work is a lazy trust fund baby that never needed to work. So teach your children, everybody, the value of working hard, working smart, marrying the right kinds of men and women that are going to help them build the generational wealth and not destroy it. And teach your children, everybody, how to financially emancipate themselves from poverty by reading books and by watching quality financial podcasts like Financipation. So that's my particular order of operations, everybody. When people ask me pretty much what order you should be investing your money into, that's the order that me and my wife use, and that's the order that has allowed us to essentially literally more than quadruple the amount of income that we have in our retirement accounts and in our brokerage accounts. It's also the method that we use to fund our babies' college funds and things of that nature. So with that, everybody, this channel, Financipation, is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth, and it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. Please check out my content below. You can book a session with me at any point. The link is below. I'm not giving you guys financial advice in this channel. You must make your own responsible decisions based off of your own independent research that you do for yourself. And thanks for listening, everybody. Please follow me, everybody, on my website at www.therealfinancipation.com. My Instagram handle is thereal_financipation. Please follow my content on Spotify, just like it's spelled on my hoodie. Please follow me on TikTok, just like it's spelled on my hoodie and in that sign back there. My Facebook page is Financipation. And check out my financial blog as well, Financipation, for $4.99 a month, where I go into a lot more detail as far as investment accounts, investment strategies, HSAs, Roth conversion ladders, all that good stuff. And also, everybody, please check out my digital e-products below as well. And hit that notification bell. Please like, please comment, please share, please subscribe. Use that notification bell. And also, one last thing, everybody. My analytics are saying that 90% of the people who watch my content, they'll hit like, but they're not subscribing to the channel. So by all means, everybody, please subscribe to the channel. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to it. And it's your boy, Chris. I'm out. Peace. Peace.